Okay. One of the most controversial moments in battle rap history was when Dizaster and Math battled and the way it ended. Now, you really wanted to speak on this the last time, okay? So, thoughts?
I mean, when it comes to certain things in battle rap, like I had did a lot of damage control in the battle rap world, and I've done a lot of, I try to make sure battle rappers do the certain way. I mean, I'm only one person, so I can't, you know what I mean? But I do my best. I'm an ambassador for the sport, the culture. When Math and Diz happened, like that stems from a battle. That stems from my battle. That stems from Swave Sevah versus Dizaster. That stems from the shit we did in New York back in whatever 2010, 2011, whatever it was. So the genesis of that, a lot of battles stem from the Swave and Dizaster battle. Now my thing is this: as someone that has been in a curator / executive producer / big brother role for a long time, when I do events, I make sure that I thought my goal was to make sure that everyone is good. Whereas most of the time when people are doing events, they just tell to make sure that they're good, which is fine. You know what I mean? They're not covering everything. Like I'm thinking way beyond because I'm literally financing this whole shit. And when Swave Sevah versus Dizaster happened, I took a very strong personal responsibility to make sure that everything went as according to plan, and that New York showed up, and we did a prolific event that pushed the culture forward and pushed the grindstone forward. You know what I'm saying? So I knew that when I brought people out here, that everything had to be under control. Certain security measures had to be in place. A lot of phone conversations need to be had because I know certain people I was bringing out wasn't they weren't the most bubbliest of people. Like Dizaster first of all. So I know Dizaster is a polarizing figure. I know when I brought Dizaster out here, a lot of people didn't like Dizaster. Understand what I'm saying? Now Dizaster is one of my friends, but a lot of people I know don't like Dizaster, and that's on them. And whatever, that's whatever.
You mean from a personal perspective or from a battle perspective, like a rapping perspective?
Both.
Gotcha.
So Dizaster, we're doing now. When I book battles like when I was doing this shit every day. Like I booked battles months and months in advance. You know what I mean? So I had got up with Dizaster at like Grizzlemania, and we had set up the him in versus Swave. We knew it was going to be a big event, and we knew that it was Dizaster's first time coming to New York in its magnitude, so we knew it was going to be a big thing. But we also know that a lot of people did not like Dizaster out here because he's he's not easy to like sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people wasn't rocking with some Math Hoffa, DNA, all of those battles, like the DNA Dizaster, that stemmed from that shit. Dizaster and Math, all that stems from this one battle that we did at Brooklyn. All those side battles stemmed from Swave Sevah versus Dizaster. So the thing is, when Dizaster was coming to New York, I knew that I had to do a lot of damage control. And I also knew that I had to make sure that the mission was completed. You understand what I'm saying? So if I'm bringing somebody out from another state, like I'm protecting you. I'm not saying that people need protection, but regardless, I'm protecting you with everything because I already know the tension and shit like that. And I know that if something happens to this man, that we're all going to look bad and it's not going to be good for the sport. So I took it upon myself. So when I know I was bringing Dizaster out here, shit, Math for them will tell you if you ever speak. I call Math on the phone. I call him like, yo, fam, listen, I know y'all don't fuck with something for whatever reason. I have an objective. And this man is out here on my watch. So I need to make sure that my man is good. If you want to have a conversation with son as a man, that's whatever. If y'all want to have conversations, you go whatever. But as far as any other shit, bro, if something happens to him, that's going to be a reflection on me. So I was on Dizaster like a fucking spray tan in that spot. Like I was on him like his personal security. You know what I mean? But everybody listening and everybody saw my vision was like, yo, you know, you right. Like, yo, leave that. Like, if you want to have a conversation with that man, have a conversation with him. But all that extra shit, all that trying to get it shaken and whatever, fucking up my shit, we're not doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? So everyone respected it and was like, yo, Pin, you know, you're right. It's a bigger picture. I'm like, yo. So I was on Dizaster. I followed Dizaster around the club like Sonic and Tails, bro. Like, because I knew that a lot of motherfuckers in there did not fuck with son. I knew that for a fact. So I know that if something happens to son, like that's gonna show. So respectfully, motherfuckers listened to me. It was cool, but I still had to put the extra eye on him. Like there's a part in the battle where Dizaster, he was battling Swave, but he starts yelling at somebody in the crowd, like battling them. He starts talking shit about somebody in the crowd. He starts barking on them. Like it was a random fan.
Right.
It wasn't nobody else with Team Hami. It was a random. We had the club packed. It was 1,000 people in there. You know what I'm saying? So like it was packed. I didn't know everybody in there. But it was a random fan. And he starts going off on the fan. He said, did you pay the money to Penn? He was talking to some dude in the crowd. Now, what people don't know is after that guy that he had said that about wanted to take it further. So after the battle was over, you know what I mean? Everybody chilling, whatever. I see son just real lurky, you know what I mean? Son on the side real, he got that look. You know, we know that look. The son outside real lurky and shit. I'm like, I'm peeping something, but I'm like, whatever. I mean, whatever. Dizaster's going to the bathroom. So he's walking around the bar to go to the bathroom. And I said, let me just follow. So I just walk behind Dizaster. Like I'm not going to walk with him in the bathroom, but I'm walking with him because I already know there's tension in here. So I walk with son, you know what I mean? He's walking, I walk behind him, boom, son go to the bathroom and shit. Yo, son, I get to the son inside, doing whatever he's doing. Yo, so I'm trying, like I'm a little bit behind him. I'm not like right down him, but I'm behind him, you know what I'm saying? So he gets towards the bathroom. So I'm on the side chilling. Like I'm about to state. Son that he had said that shit to was like waiting for something like by the stall. Like waiting for something. And I'm like, yo, what you doing? Hey, what's up, bro? Oh, nah. I'm like, so he's ranting and raving. I'm like, nah, nigga. Like, that's my man's. Like, that shit ain't happening, bro. No, this ain't talking shit. I don't get talking about none of that, bro. This is my shit. You gotta relax. You know what I'm saying? So niggas really trying to do something to something. You feel me? So I'm rambling to get to the point that I took that much effort and energy to make sure that your California guys are safe here in New York in the belly of the beast. I made sure that he got back home safe. I made sure that he got paid, and I made sure that he got home untouched. Tension is tension, but I got some paid, and I got some home untouched. And I got a good battle out of it. Mission accomplished. And it was my personal mission to make sure, like, yo, there's security in the club. I don't have to, but I'm like, no, this is me. Like, I'm on it to make sure son is good. You feel me? So I say that to say this. When it was time for reciprocity, when Math Hoffa is out west battling Dizaster, I was expecting a similar courtesy. Now I know I'm not in California. I know it's a different world. Now I know a lot of the politics out there as well. But I'm also from Brooklyn, so I can't get but so deep into the politics as a New Yorker. But I'm I'm entrenched enough. You know what I'm saying? So my shit was, I when I went above and beyond to make sure that someone was good in quote unquote enemy territory, even though Math Hoffa is a grown fucking man who can handle himself, I had expected the same courtesy to be extended with my guy is in California. You know what I'm saying? So when that shit went down, you know what I mean? You hear that? You can't hear that. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, so when that shit went down, I was offended. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, if you can't control everything, you can't control everything that occurs. You know what I'm saying? But I felt that all the damage control that I did to make sure that your guys was good when they touched the show here, and I put myself on the line for that to make sure that my guys from California were good when they pulled up, and to make sure that they made home safe, and to make sure I had wanted that same courtesy to be extended when my guys was out there, and I didn't feel like the courtesy was extended. Now I know there's other underlying factors that could, contribute to that, but I felt some kind of way because I'm like, damn, bro, like I make sure that y'all niggas, anytime I bring any of y'all niggas out here, I will get myself hurt before you get hurt. I will hurt myself before you get hurt. So when someone's out there and that shit went down, I just didn't like it because I was just like, yo, bro, like as much damage control as I did to make sure that Dizaster was safe, like, why is this motherfucker getting his? Whether he can defend himself or not, because Math is very capable of defending himself. But why should that even be an option in the middle? Like, I felt I was offended by that. And I expressed that to Diz and all of them. You know what I'm saying? But I just thought that was crazy because, like, yo, like, you're supposed to put yourself on the line. If I'm doing something, I put myself on the line before anybody. And I had this man out here like that. First of all, you from the middle of New York. You out here from California. You already at a disadvantage. Now, I know you the big bad. I know Matt got a reputation, but that battle, he wasn't doing none of that. He was rapping. Look at the battle.
You know what's so disappointing is that battle was so fucking good, and that
it was an amazing battle.
Yeah,
it was an amazing battle.
The way that it ended overshadowed how good the battle really was, though.
It took away from the battle itself.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's the thing. Like, so that just didn't sit well with me, and I was just like, damn, man, I wish it would have went different because, as much as I put myself on the line to make sure that your guys is good, I would want one of y'all to put yourself on the line to make sure that my guys is good, and it just didn't occur that way. You know what I mean? So
whose job was that then? Lush was supposed to make sure that happened?
Whoever brought the motherfucker out there, who booked the battle. If you coming out doing my battle, you're under my watch, correct?
Right.
So whoever booked them, whether it was Lush or, I don't remember at the time, but it was probably Lush or whatever. I'm pretty sure it was probably Lush. The Lush was there. You know what I mean? So whoever.
I think Lush paid him extra because he got jumped, though.
Well, he got hazard pay. He got hazard pay. He got what? He got fucking Band-Aid money? What the fuck he got, yo? You know what I'm saying?
What Lush said. That's what he said in the interview. He paid him some extra money. Man, roll the clip. Give me your take on that, because when I watched like some of the earlier interviews after the situation had happened, you also obviously didn't co-sign what Diz did, but then I didn't know if you had to do that. You had to publicly come out and say that just for legalities.
Well, I mean, like, beyond, first of all, legalities is this. I fucking, and this is why me and Hoffa are cool to this day, is because obviously think about inflation and think about the pay scale in battle rap, which is significantly larger now, but he had already gotten a flight hotel and like 5,500, 6 bands to do the battle, and I shot him another $5,000 for the inconvenience just on KP as a result. So that's why when there was talks of legal action and this and that afterwards. I wasn't included in that, despite being the curator of the event and the liaison and person that acting on behalf of King of the Dot. As far as me saying that, like, obviously it's a fucked up thing that happened. No, it's like the last thing that should have happened, and it's janky that that Math Hoffa went to a battle rap event essentially feeling free and ready to perform. And Diz, to be honest with you, he did not. It wasn't a premeditated thing. He didn't go there with that in mind. But the cacophonous energy that had been created between the two of them before, which when you harness is perfect for a rap battle, but just kind of got a little bit out of hand, and then the mayhem that ensued.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's sure. I mean, he should have got a lot of extra money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, just because he did certain things before, that don't mean that should happen to him there. Like, he didn't do nothing to none of y'all. Like, yeah, he the dope shit happened and whatever happened, but that had nothing to do with y'all. Like, so like,
you don't think that's fair that people say that this is karma for Math punching Dose and Sirius and all that?
I mean, karma's karma. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, that's the way to look at it. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't negate what I'm saying.
Right. Absolutely.
I mean, chick has always come home to roost. I'm not saying that, like, this is not a fucking a breakdown of Math's character or nothing like that. This guy's to do with this particular situation. So I'm not here to, to break down his character. Yeah, he did shit that had nothing to do with me, and shit happens. You get caught up. Chick has to come home to roost, but at the same time, he didn't do nothing then to warrant that. He didn't do nothing that day to warrant that. And the crazy shit is, and he even, and the shit that bugged me out even more is he showed restraint in New York. That's one of the people that I called, like, yo, son, the Math is my man. And he listened to me respectfully, and so it's like, okay, because if he didn't, like, yo, bro, if I didn't do the damage control calls beforehand, I'm pretty sure a lot of dudes would have tried to Dizaster that day. Besides the dude from the crowd, a lot of niggas would have tried him. You gotta look at all the shit that he was doing beforehand. Now I'm saying, like I said, that's my man, but he antagonized bad people. He antagonized bad people. So it's like, of course, he was pulling up the hostile territory. But if I invited you to hostile territory, it's my duty to make sure that you good in this territory. I'm the one that brought you out here. So it's my duty to make sure you get back home. That's how I look at it. Let's see if you can get back home safe.
Right. So that was the main thing that you wanted to say about that battle?
Yeah, I mean, it was a good battle, but I just thought that was that situation. I just didn't appreciate that, and that's all. I'm just speaking on it because it's a part of this history. You know what I'm saying? So,
gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like, everybody, we good. Like, Diz is good, man. Math is super successful. Lush is over there wilding, no jumping and shit, wilding. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's fine, bro. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's fine. I'm just speaking on that historical situation. And I thought it should have been handled a little differently. That's all.